Hi, this is Jonathan Rosen, head of Jerusalem Psychotherapist. This week's Torah and Psychology post, Pasha Vaera and the war in Israel, is titled Brothers in Arms. In this week's Pasha, we read about the task given to Moshe Rabbeinu to go and lead the Bnei Yisrael out of Mitzrayim. And he, in a sense, he doesn't feel that he is capable, that he's up to the task. And whether it's for reasons of humility that the Mefarshim discuss, or as the Psukim detail that Moshe says, I'm not capable because I can't speak, I'm not able to communicate, I'm not able to express the words to Paro. I'm not able to speak. For these reasons, he said he was not able to do the task. And we see that Hashem then agreed and said that Aaron, his brother, should go with him. And from then on, we see that Moshe and Aaron together, throughout the parasha, are together in this task of fighting against Paro, of fighting against Mitzrayim, of taking on this challenge to take the Bnei Yisrael out of Mitzrayim. That we read that Moshe is told by Hashem, relate to Aaron, tell Aaron should do this. That we really see them as being a partnership, of being brothers in arms, in a biological sense, of course, that Moshe and Aaron were brothers taking on this challenge together, but also in the sense of in a military context and the connotations of brothers in arms, that they were together, fighting together, supporting each other. That in a military context, your fellow soldier is your brother, they are your family, they are the ones that you can rely on. That in this situation, they are the ones that you are going to be there together to hold each other, to support each other, to fight together, and to survive together through the challenge, through the fighting, and in this military context. And obviously, in this current situation in the war, we are reading and we've heard and we're learning about the constant dangers that the soldiers are in, the fighting and the constant pressure they're in. But the unity that comes through in this context, the unity of the army and the brothers in arms, the collectiveness of the Israeli army and the collectiveness of the soldiers supporting each other, being there for each other. And really, it's through this collectiveness of knowing that your brother is there with you, your brother in arms is there with you to support you, and together they are fighting, and together you can rely on each other to make it through and to survive the constant challenges and pressure of military warfare. And what we see is when a person is in this constant pressure, constant difficulty and challenges and tension and danger of warfare, what the research has shown, and we discussed this last week, is that you need to have high levels of resilience, this grit, this perseverance, this determination. The resilience to face constant pressure is what you need in order to survive as a soldier. And what the researchers found is that sometimes in warfare, and understandably, there are times where a person is under extreme pressure, that they are not able to function. There is moments of anxiety, moments of shock, moments of detachment and dissociation, that there are times where a soldier will just be taken out of their functioning as a soldier. And obviously, when you're in warfare, if a soldier stops functioning, because of shock and acute stress, it is life-threatening to them. They can't stop. They need to function. They can't be in a state maybe equatable to Moshe saying, I can't do it, I can't speak, I can't do this. A soldier needs to be in a constant state of action and functioning. And therefore, what the research is showing is that it's vital that the brother in arms, the person who is there with you, is also able to act as a psychological support to bring you back as quickly as possible to effective functioning as a soldier. And this has been developed by Dr. Moshe Parchi as a model which is known in Israel as model Maaseh. Internationally, it's known as the 6 C's of resilience. And this has been recognized by the Ministry of Health. It's used by the Israeli army. It's used internationally by America, by Germany, and other contexts where the work involves high levels of pressure and tension and stress. Because this model is a model of psychological first aid, that you can give help and support on the spot, in the moment, in the here and now, to return a person to optimal level of functioning as quickly as possible. And certainly in war and a soldier, this is essential in order to being able to survive. So there isn't time at the moment to go through all the levels of how to implement this model Maaseh, or the 6 C's of resilience. But just to detail it in a brief way, these 6 categories, the 6 areas of the model are all tailored and they're directed towards returning to functioning. So there's communicating, helping the other person who is in a state of shock to return to be able to communicate effectively, using a range of sensory inputs to be able to help the person to return to a level of expression, of communication, either verbally or non-verbally. There's commitment that you say to the fellow soldier, to the person, I am here with you, I am not leaving you, I'm going to be with you right now, here, I am present with you and I'm not leaving. There's also a cognition, helping the person to focus on the cognitive processing and cognitive content rather than emotional content. There's also continuity, helping a person to return to a level of orientation, psychological orientation and spatial orientation, of understanding the sequence of events and where he is located now, in the here and now. And there's also a sense of challenge, that you want to give a certain range, a series of tasks, simple, attainable, achievable tasks to the person to do. And also control, you want to return the person to a level of control, give them a sense of choice, of being able to make simple decisions now. And these are the 6 areas of the 6 C's of resilience, of psychological first aid, that a soldier can use to help their brother in arms, to help them to return to a high level of functioning in warfare, to be able to fight and survive and be successful together. Have a great Shabbos and keep well.